The next step after your consultation is to analyse your hair. This helps you to then make the right choice of blonde that you would like to have. This is a really important time to look at your ends and your roots as different things. I think what happens to a lot of people's ends become very porous and they tend to grab the colour. If your hair is coarse, resistant, or you do have grey hair and this is a concern for you, Nutrisse will recommend that you allow yourself the higher end of the processing time, which is 35 minutes as opposed to 25. In my experience, British blondes tend to feel their hair is quite dry, and I think this is mostly due to overcolouring or exposure to sun, heat styling. Therefore, it's very important when you're making a choice of colour to find a colour that has really great nourishing benefits. Nutrisse has got a lovely conditioner that's got an avocado oil, and this acts like a really lovely smoothing buffer, and it makes your hair look really shiny and healthy. Personally, I love the smell, and it's one of the most complimented things I find whenever I'm using the product is people just keep talking about the smell. It's really fresh. Now you've chosen your colour, it's important to think about how much colour you may need. A lot of people will get home otherwise and get halfway through and not have enough. If your hair's anything from shoulder length and below, then you need to buy 2. And if your hair's very long and very thick, then you should get 3 just to be sure. I'd also like to recommend that if you're thinking of changing your style or having quite a bit cut off, that you do this before you colour it, and then you're not wasting any product. If it's going to be a big change and you're going from, let's say, medium brown, light brown, or dark brown, depending on how light you're hoping to get the result, then you may need to consider a pre-lightening product. Nutrisse have one, and it's quite simple to understand. Always refer to the side of the box. There's always a swatch that can help to see what kind of level you want to get to. If you use these pre-lighteners, it will then help your hair to have a kind of blank canvas. A lot of people will find that their hair naturally has what they'd say a brassy tone, warm, golden sort of reflect. And these people tend to like to neutralise it. So what I would recommend in this situation is to choose a more cool shade. A lot of the shades have got ash in them, and that's what you'd be looking for to neutralise out any brassiness. If your hair's, let's say, most people call it mousy, but if it's dull, you feel like it's got sort of no warmth to it, I'd recommend, finding a nice warm shade, something that's got like a golden reflect to it. A lot of people with pale skin will say to me they don't feel like their hair gives them any kind of tone at all. They're not this way or the other. Their hair might feel like it just washes them out. So I recommend looking for something that's a bit iridescent or pearl. It's got a nice, delicate, soft quality, and that will just give a nice harmony for your skin. If your hair's highlighted, always take into consideration that you've got already a multi-tonal reflect. And so if you're choosing to go for an all-over blonde, the result is going to still be multi-tonal. What I love about the Nutrisse British Blonde collection is that it has a lovely shade variation. So it makes it easier for you to find the best blonde for you.